the Donna Thorne special. I'm Donna Thorne, the host, and we have co-host Dee Waterfalls. And this is called Art in Motion. Dee?
Yes, Arts in Motion. And today we're contributing our show to Dr. Martin Luther King. And we have our guest Janice. We have our guest Manuel, who will be rapping for us today. And we also have our guest Jose. And we're going to open this discussion up with a little bit about
some history.
History of Martin Luther King.
How about giving us some information about some...
Okay, I'll just start off. I'm Jose Ikada. I have a one-man show of the life of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. that I travel around to the city schools around the country. So I'm going to just start off with just a little bit of part of the speech that I do with Martin Luther King, Jr. And even though we face the difficulties of tomorrow and today, I still have a dream. And I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. So when I'm doing that speech, normally I do it from kindergarten to middle school. A lot of times I have the kids to come up and do part of the speech for me, with me.
How do the children react to that presentation?
Really good, because they have a good time. They have a great time. I tell them that the speech actually belongs to them. So when I do a little segment, I say, okay, now I want one of you to do the speech just like I did it.
Oh, okay. So how long have you been doing this?
About 5 years.
Oh,
yeah.
Great, great. Beautiful. You sound just like it. I remember you telling me about the spirit that you feel.
Yeah, you know, I began doing this speech actually because I was in...
Okay. We'll be right back after
we'll talk about
messages. We'll be with some more good information and history. Oh, gosh, girl, I just love these hats. These are great.
I love them too, Donna. I love making my hats.
Oh, you made that one you have on, right?
I sure did. With the matching outfit.
Oh.
You make that one you have on?
Yeah.
All right. Go, Donna.
Oh, all right. Oh, how'd you get started?
Well, I got started with a girlfriend of mine named Nafisa. She taught me one stitch, and then I moved to another stitch, and all I know is 2 stitch to make everything that I make. And how did you get started?
Oh, well, we lived on a farm in the country, and my mother, she made these.
Okay, when we come back, you're going to show us how your mother taught you to make these hats, okay?
Wow, that was really good, Jose, what he said, huh?
Yes, it was.
But we're going to talk with our DJ and see how he got started.
Levi.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay. Tell us how you got started, Levi.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Levi. I'm the DJ for the night. My cousin used to have to bring me to parties everywhere because she couldn't go nowhere by herself. And every time the party got dead, they'd ask me to take my little tape that I recorded the weekend before and play it. And when I played it, people got up and danced. And I like making people do things, especially when they're doing things that are fun. And I love to see my black people dance and have a good time.
Oh, well, you're good at that. Yeah. Okay, let's
hear some of that soulful strut you got over there.
See you touch the ground. Don't be shy, girl, go bonanza. Shake your body like a belly dancer. Hey, ladies, drop it down. Just wanna see you touch the ground. Don't be shy, girl, go bonanza. Hey, girl, shake your body like a belly dancer. Excuse me, beg your pardon, girl. Do you have any idea what you started?
Levi, you got me jumping in my seat over here.
Yeah. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Wow. We're going to have some African-American history. What do you think about that rap?
Rap is a part of African-American history, and, you know, it's moving young people, really have a lot of dynamic energy, you know, and rap is a part of history just like blues, soul, and everything else. I'm going to do a little poetry here. This is about Harriet Tubman. You know, Harriet Tubman started the Underground Railroad. Rather than go into a lot of history, I'm going to do a little poetry that was read about her and the Underground Railroad. And this was the way of it, brothering, way of journeyed from can to can't. Moon so bright, place so dark, no place to hide, and cry as the dogs snarled, trying to hide, trying to prevent us from growing to freedom, and fears and start to mumbling. And Harriet raised her gun to the slaves and said, dead folk can't journey, J-Bird talk. You keep on moving or you die. And she went back and got over 300 people and moved to the north and freed a lot of slaves.
Yeah, she sure did.
You know, that's interesting that you should read that. You brought up the Underground Railroad. There was, I heard a very interesting report just recently that in Brockton, Massachusetts, there was a tree called I forgot the name, the Freedom Tree. I can't remember the name of the tree, but it was used as a marker for the Underground Railroad. And it was also the site of abolitionist meetings. Well, that tree was just cut down just a few days ago.
Oh, really?
Yes, because it was suffering from rot so badly.
Oh, so they couldn't reserve our tree, huh?
No, they couldn't. They tried to preserve it, but it was suffering from rot. It was so diseased, they had to cut it down. 300-year-old tree.
Oh,
Did you hear that on the news?
It's good to know
Yes.
that.
Oh, okay. Thanks for bringing that to our attention, because we probably would have never known.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
You know, it's a lot of information that we just got, you know, this African-American history.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit more of African-American history. Actually, it's American history. Crispus Attucks was the first person to die in the American Revolution. And it was called the Boston Massacre. And actually, they have a monument set up to Crispus Attucks in Boston because when he died, you know, it had to do with the Boston Tea Party. And they were trying to make, you know, the Americans pay the taxes on tea, and they were refusing. And so the British was kind of beating up on the people. So Crispus came up on the scene, and he was the first person to be killed in the American Revolution.
Oh, okay. That's interesting,
1770,
too.
March 5th.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do we have after this, Donna?
Well, we're going to have Manuel, but right now we're going to ask a little bit maybe about Harriet or some more for our...
Okay, let's go to, let's talk about...
well, how about after this, right after this
Oh, okay.
break.
Okay.
We're
right
making
after
this up
break.
as we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, this hat that, see, isn't that?
Okay.
And how you make the band is we just hem each side of this,
Okay.
both sides. And how about you?
Well, I take the 3-stitch first for the crochet, and then I form my donut. And the donut it comes out in a circle. And when the donut comes out in a circle, I just keep doing my numbers round and around the circle to the size of the hat that I want.
Wow, that's great.
Oh, you know something? We're going to have to come back and really wrap this up and show you how we really make our hats.
5, 4, 3.
Oh, wow. I mean, those really, the dancers and, you know, the DJ, those were pretty good. What we're going to
thing.
what we're going to have Manuel. He's really great. He was on the other show.
Right, okay. And Manuel is going to present a rap for us of a friend that passed away. It's a contribution to a very close friend of his,
So,
Manuel.
maybe he would like to say something about it.
Okay, Manuel, can you tell us a little bit about how this rap inspired you, or why you wrote this
How
rap?
did it inspire me? I mean, this is my life. This is my passion. I feel lyrics, hip hop. We're out here on stage. You know, we have a task. You know, a duty to show people a good influence, and that's what I'm just doing out here. So hopefully, it motivates you to do something with yourself, inspire you, maybe somebody feels like that too. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
Well, that should be an inspiration to all the young people out there. Now, I guess we're fixing to go to his rap, and I want to say that he's a wonderful young man that has a lot to offer this world.
He really does.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Go, Manuel.
All right, this goes out to anybody on this earth that's lost somebody close to them. We're all in this together. Esa madrugada, esa noche, that night life left your side. I lost the on switch to my mic. I lost the on switch to my mic. The tip to my Krylon. A piece of my Purple Hearts is stuck by an angel's guitar. In the alley, I hear the summer breeze. Melodies of ghost soldiers marching. How could it be? July 14's a reminder of your last calling. A battle cry when you fought for your last breath. Permanently close your eyes that night. That night, the stars cried endlessly. The heavens denied the loss of one of their own kind. That night, I asked the arrows of gods, why? Why do I have to smoke so much crowns just to keep my mind calm? I lost my dog, a friend, lieutenant, ready for anything in this tragic theme. I wish I didn't have to write these rhymes. If only I would have heard the yells and screams in your mind when your demons caught you slipping at the dead end. My thoughts sketch and draw back the moments we spent bed. Life goes on, but my mind pauses. Heart stays posted on the days we walk and trace back our purpose. Now you're roaming to find Pleasant Ave. Me here on earth, grasping the last we had. Gripping on the mic stand, holding the marker as tight as I can. To mob the heavens, to find sage, to understand. Were you weak? I don't think only a few are determined to go all the way. Determined to let time heal our wounds, so they say. Every second of the day, I contemplate you're in a better place. Esa noche, Los Ángeles lloraron sangre. To my dearly departed, you'll never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Cuando Los Ángeles lloran, los cielos oran por el sacrificio escrito en tu destino. That night, I lost the on switch to my mic. En una ciudad tan grande como Los Ángeles, sobre las calles hechas de cemento, recuerdo esos momentos. Sobre las calles hechas de cemento, me siento solo. For over 22 years, the windows overlooking the crossroads have been shut closed with DNA samples of toxic exposures of bystanders and family members tangled like a banner tatuados en mi corazón. It doesn't feel the same anymore. There's an empty space in my circle, an empty space on stage where guitar strings used to strangle rhythmic angles just to gather laughter and sorrow and anger but rolled into one, two. Estás chiflado, eres un borracho vago, cause I sit and talk to the candles on your shrine, reminiscing on the good times till the sun rises. I'll be that light keeper watching your departure to the heartland of heaven's milk and honey, that dreamer rhyming, painting and living on the same mission. We lost a brother missing in action but never forgotten. Esa noche, that night I lost the on switch to my mic. The tip to my Krylon. A piece of my Purple Hearts is stuck by an angel's guitar. Believe it or not, we all in this together. The world's a ghetto and we all live in it. Vida, Third Eye Wisdom, Karma, Empire Strikes Minds, Spectator Crew. Rest in peace, Duro.
Yes. Oh, that
Magnificent.
was fantastic. I love that.
Wow.
That was really
Wasn't that
great. Right.
Yeah.
It was touching to the heart
I know.
for me. Yeah,
Me too.
definitely.
And it's about peace. It's about peace.
Definitely. And
Peace
that's
of the
what we
world.
all strive for.
Yes.
That's what Martin Luther King's dream.
That was Dr. King's dream.
Right.
And I'm going to read a little something here about peace. This is from Daisaku Ikeda, who is a peace activist from Sokogaka. And he says that peace built on the unhappiness and sacrifice of others is a meaningless sham. What is needed is to create a peace where people of all races and nations can enjoy peace and happiness. And dialogue is the primary means. Though it may seem a round-the-way process, but dialogue is the most open way to be able to achieve that peace. And as we, I don't know, are we ending or to that?
Yeah, that's true about peace, you know. Yeah. We all need peace in our lives. In order to function, we need peace in life in order to be creative and to do what we need to do to make a difference in the lives of others.
Right. And we're also really focusing on the youth, you know, of the world. And Hugo, he's a great projector of world peace. And I'd just like to read just a little excerpt from Hugo.
That's great.
Hugo wrote to his sons and young friends who had started the paper, "You will encourage the youthful and radiant company of poets, which is arising today with such splendor, with all the magical words, duty, honor, reasons, progress, fatherland, humanity, liberty. You will awaken that forest of response that is within these youth, my friends, and you, my sons.
That's fantastic.
Go fight for your violent battle."
You know, right after this break, we'll come back with some more.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Oh, great. Gosh, I really like this one that I made that the dancers are wearing in one of the
Oh,
segments.
the dancers are going to be dancing in one of the hats here, and it's going to be really beautiful when you see it on the dancer's head. But, and I also made the hats for the guys dancer. So they'll be wearing our combination of hats. And what we do is cut a circle, put it over the hat, and voila, you got a hat.
Oh.
So this is the way Dee and Donna makes their hat.
Oh, wow, that's great. You know, the history, you know. We're going to have you and these wonderful dancers up there.
Okay, these are my dancers that's going to be backgrounding me in a song that I wrote entitled "What You're Gonna Do with the Time You Got Here Now." But first of all, I'd like to introduce my dancers and choreographers. This is...
my name is Adam Martinez.
Okay, you're the choreographer, right?
Yes, I am the choreographer.
All right, and your friend?
My name is Fredrick, Tigerilo.
Okay.
And I'm a dancer.
My name is Michelle Paraiso, and I'm also a dancer.
Okay.
My name is Ralph Hammy, and I'm also a dancer.
Hi, my name is Johanna, and I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, we recruited our dancers from Glendale Community College, and we really appreciate them honoring us today. So,
oh, wow. This is really great. Do any of the dancers have anything to say about how you got together? Would you like to mention it? Good.
Well, a bunch of us, we started dancing together and stuff, and slowly through the whole process, we just met each other one by one, and I guess the whole passion of just dancing is within us. So any opportunity that we have a chance to get together and just dance and perform, we take it. And yeah, these people I enjoy and be with a lot.
Right.
They mean a lot to me, and to be able to share their stage and look to my left and my right, have my friends up there with me, it's a great feeling and stuff. So
you're the choreographer?
Yes, I am.
Great.
Okay, we're inspired by you.
Okay, we're fixing to see you dance and sing.
Okay.
Great.
What you gonna do with the time you got here now? What you gonna do with the time you got here now? Are you for what's right, or are you for what's wrong? Do you see another style of life you would like to call your own? Well, brothers and sisters, I'm here to let you know it don't take stealing, it don't take killing to make your life force grow. Dig deeper into your souls and reach to the stars for higher goals. What you gonna do with the time you've got here now? What you gonna do with the time you got here now? Are you gonna throw it away or break for better days? Are you gonna go out and steal just to satisfy your thrills? Are you gonna take away a life that's not your own just because that life has stepped into your zone? Wrong is wrong, it doesn't make for right. Why are your
What you gonna do now? 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 I didn't bear my children here to live in a world of fear. I want their future to be bright and clear. I want them out to have good times and not be afraid for their lives in the party line. Did it ever occur to you in this way that even you can pray for better days? What you gonna do with the time you got here now? What you gonna do with the time you got here now? What you gonna do 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 now? You don't have to join a gang to become insane. Yo, brother, this is my turf. Get off or you gonna get hurt. Now, is this the way to break for better days, making human beings fall to their face? No, brother, it ain't the tea, and you've heard it from Madam T. What you gonna do with the time you got here now? What you gonna do with the time you got here now? What you gonna do 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 now? It's never too late to make the change. Start it now and revitalize your game. Revitalize your game. Bang, bang, bang for the good. And work a little harder to make your life be like it should. What you gonna do with the time you got here now? What you gonna do with the time you got here now? What you gonna do 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 now? What you gonna do? Don't throw your life away. What you gonna do now? Just pray for better days. What you gonna do now? 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 What you gonna do now?
Oh, that was
that was great. Yeah, everybody.
Oh, God.
A little
That was
snack here.
fantastic, you guys.
All right.
Oh,
that was
wow.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
We got to put a hand out, too, for Manuel.
All right, Manuel.
Yeah, the dancers and our DJ.
And our DJ Levi. All right. And our singer D Waterfalls. And our dancers from the community, Glendale College. All right, yeah.
Tell us how you got started.
Well, I'm going to basically talk about how I got started doing the Martin Luther King speech. They was doing this on tape at the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, Tennessee, and they wanted someone to do it live. And I was actually in Vietnam when Dr. King was killed, and I had written this poem called King of Peace. So I started to doing his speech, and suddenly I started crying, and I couldn't stop crying. And so it just, something happened to me. It came, you know, inside of my life. And so I started to do the speech around the country. And so now, together, I'm going to do part of this speech at the end of this whole program, and we can join together. Okay. Are we ready?
So are we ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. And let freedom ring from the hiding Alleghanies of Pennsylvania. But not only that, Let freedom ring from snow-capped mountains of Colorado. And let freedom ring from Stone Mountain in Georgia, from every hill and molehill in Mississippi. And when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every city and every state, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, we'll be able to join hands and sing in the words of that old Negro spiritual all together now. Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we're free at last.
All right.
So just come.
Well, we want to thank all of our guests for joining us today. Donna, thank you for having me as your co-host.
Thank you for being the co-host.
And so we're going to wrap it up with Levi.
All right, Levi, wrap it up for us.